Well, it's what you're talking about. We just talked about the Moonies and the Scientology where people are trying to do mind control. And when I talk about mind control, I'm talking about control your own mind.
Yeah.
You know, you can make yourself, exactly what you're just saying, you can make yourself and force yourself to do things. And once you get in that groove and get in that habit, it becomes part of you and that becomes who you are. And why not be that person than the other person that's not doing positive things?
Yeah, but people like to also pretend that the way they're doing it is the right way. They don't want to be open to the idea that there's some other method that's maybe more productive or more successful.
Well, there's the downfall. I mean, and that's that, you know, again, and I think this is one of the reasons why your show is so popular and why people listen to you, because you listen to other people, right? People listen to you because you listen to other people. You listen to what they have to say. You go, okay, that's an interesting viewpoint. Haven't heard that before. And I'm the same way. When somebody tells me, hey, this is what I believe, I don't say, well, I don't believe that. I believe something else. I go, that's interesting. That's an interesting viewpoint.
Yeah, I always want to try to see things from other people's perspective, and it's hard because the brain wants to go, fuck this guy. This guy's no shit. You're right, dude. This guy's wrong. But you always got to like pause and think. I mean, again, I hate to bring this back up, but that could easily be what's also going on with the flat Earth thing, because they have this idea in their head, and then someone's, there's no photos of the Earth other than composites. If there really was a round Earth, you'd be able to see a whole. And they go, oh, actually, there's a photo taken every 10 minutes from 22,000 miles away of the full Earth. Well, that's not true. Yeah. Well, that's fake. And they get into this thing, because they don't want to ever stop and pause and look at the way they're thinking versus the way other people are thinking. Go, okay, did I get myself in a trap here? Did I get myself into an intellectual trap where I'm supporting an idea that's not true, and now I'm reinforcing that in my head, and I'm tightening up all my borders and trying to figure out a way to not let new ideas in and to reinforce my old ideas? You
know, your podcast with Jordan Peterson the other day, he kind of brought that up, which by the way, if anyone hasn't listened to that podcast, that's got to be one of the best podcasts that I've ever heard.
He's a mind blower.
Unbelievable podcast. And he's talking about the fact that sometimes people, if they accept those new ideas, all of a sudden what they've done with their life for the past 20 years gets thrown out the window.
Yeah.
And that's got to be really hard. And immediately when I was listening to that, I was thinking to myself, yeah, that's what happened in the 90s when somebody that had been studying some traditional martial art, God bless them, they were doing the best they could. But when all of a sudden some blue belt in jiu-jitsu could come in there and roll them up and choke them out, and there was nothing they could do about it, and they either had to do one of two things. Say, okay, I'm going to start training this other new thing that I don't understand, or block it out, which was very hard to do with jiu-jitsu. I mean, that's the good thing about MMA and about UFC is it was like, you can deny it all you want, but you have to face this guy on the mat.